So welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're dealing with a warranty claim. This was brought up just before Christmas and the customer agreed to leave it until January to get cracking on it. So this is the 2012 Kia Picanto I sold beginning of December, I think it was. And I did cover it a little bit in the video before. So what the customer's saying is that when they stop at traffic lights or stop suddenly, they're getting a noise from the seat and they think it's from the base. So she swung by just before Christmas and we took it out for a little test drive. So first of all, I sat in it with her next to me. We drove it around. I broke hard, all this kind of stuff. Didn't get any noise out the seat at all. Didn't get any movement out the seat. So I couldn't quite work out what was going on there. So she hopped into the driver's seat and I hopped into the passenger seat just in case my body weight was making a difference, because I think I'm probably double her body weight. And we went out for a spin, and again the noise didn't happen under the circumstances she was saying. She was trying it again, couldn't get it to make a noise at all. So then I think we had Scotty here at the time, didn't we? Scotty hopped in it, took it for a drive. He couldn't get it to make the noise either. I think what's triggered this is I think she looked through an old MOT and there was a note on an old MOT that there was some movement in the seat. But it disappeared on the MOTs after. It wasn't noted again. So I don't know if they did something to resolve it. I had a little look around the seat and did notice that on this side, it looked like it wasn't quite fully clipped in. Some of the fabric wasn't fully clipped in, like someone's had a go at fixing it before or has fixed it before. I think the trouble is once she got it in her head that that was the case, she obviously had concerns. Now she's brought it back again. She has actually got a little video she's done for me where you can hear a noise in the background, a creaking noise in the seat. So she has been able to confirm that noise with me. So what we're going to do, whip the seat out, get the plastics off the side and have a little look-see and see what we can find. I don't really know what I'm looking for. I guess I'm looking for worn teeth or something like that. In the ratchet mechanism, because she says she's hearing it about here. So obviously this wouldn't be covered by warranty wise. I think they'd class any sort of like noise from the seat as fair wear and tear. I mean, I can do this with the seat. There's a little. Oh no, I've just I say that I've just loosened that bolt off before I started videoing. So I did try the seat before, and there's no movement in the seat. I mean, even my body weight, I can't get any movement out of the seat. So I've disconnected the battery about half an hour ago to let it discharge any sort of residual charge within the airbag system. So now we're going to whip out the seat and see what we can find. So hopefully that should be relatively simple. Just a case of getting these bolts out. What I think might be the difficult bit is the how these bits of trim come off without breaking anything. And now obviously if we do end up finding a problem with it, one of the simplest things I'd like to do is swap it out with a used seat. My only concern is I don't know how many of them are bolstered like this, and I won't get one with in this fabric, so I'm going to have to then also swap over the covers on it as well. So yeah, that might be a bit of a game, because this is a special limited edition one, isn't it? But let's whip out the seat and have a little look, see if we can find something. Obviously at this point you want to be very careful with your connections for your airbag. Take your time to have a look at how they come apart. Don't want to be breaking anything there. You try and retain all your... It's very tempting just to try and cut these bits off to do it quicker, but take a little bit of time with a screwdriver so you can put it all back and make it look factory again. So I think we're completely disconnected now. So we'll hop it out, lay out on it a bit of carpet down here, and see what we can see. Now, as I say, I'm not entirely sure what I'm looking for. I guess what I'm looking for is any sign of any broken teeth or loose bolts or anything like that. See, I can see down here we've got the ratchet system in the front, just down here. That all seems to have pretty sharp edges to it. I don't see any particular wear in the teeth. That's obvious, but I may need to move that around a little bit and see if I can see anything in there. And it's a case of just going around, I think, and tightening up bolts as well. Just make sure we haven't got any loose bolts anywhere. And having a look at it, taking it apart wouldn't be the end of the world. It seems to be held in place by hog rings, and I've got a hog ring clip what's it at home, so I could do that. I think what I want to do is try and take these covers off the side and see if I can see a little bit more with them off. So let's go at these runners and see what they're like. No movement left or right in that one. No movement left or right in that one. So if I let them lock, wouldn't say there's any excessive movement in them there. I guess you could get a small amount of noise out of that, but it wouldn't be enough. It's certainly not faulty. There's a number of small little bolts down here, like 10 mils and stuff, that potentially could wear. Let's have another move this up and down and see if I can see any more of this cog here. So this is the ratchet system for the seat base. Now I don't see any chewed up teeth or anything in there. So I don't think it's a case of it's chewing anything up there. That all seems to be okay. I don't see any particular play in it or any worn teeth on it at all. So I guess the second section is this down here. Leaves the seat forwards and backwards. I guess there must be some kind of teeth down here somewhere, but I think I'm going to have to get the cover off to be able to see those. So I haven't resorted to the internet yet. I'm just popped the cover off here and found a screw behind there as well. And I popped this couple off here and see if I can't see about this. This appears to be clipped to the frame, but I imagine these screws go through and hold it in place after it's been clipped, so if I yank at it I'm probably going to break it. So there's our ratcheting mechanism, but I don't think we've got a problem there. That sounded alright, didn't it? We've got another screw there, look, but that's now revealed. If I hadn't spotted that, it could have been a problem. I just need to look further back here and see if there's any more at the back. I'm not seeing any there. They could come in from the other side though, potentially, I guess, couldn't they? Goes up there. Right, I managed to work it out to get this off. There's a little tab there, sort of lever up, and you can slide this off. See it just about see it there now. See, there's a little metal tab that went through that hole there, so that's that off. This is clipped on, as I said, all the way around. It has to slide forward. So now I've got that off, I'm hoping that I can get this up and over here and then slide the unit forward, but I'll need both hands a second. Done it, lifted it up and over that and slid it forward. So here we go. We've got all the mechanisms here. I guess I'm looking for broken welds as well while I'm in it. We've got the base bolt there. That'd be worth checking that's tight. Looking through the rest of it, there's no broken welds anywhere. Might be worth me greasing all this stuff while I've got it off as well. A little bit of debris there from something. That seems to all be in place. Spring's okay there. This spring's okay, there's no crack in there. So worth going around tightening all these bolts up, I think. Let's have a quick look on the other side, see how it is. This is the kind of job I definitely get done in one day, because otherwise I'll forget where everything goes. And you can see how easy it would be to break clips if you just manhandle all of this. So other side, we've got screw there. Now maybe that the seat belt has to come off. Seat belt fastener has to come off to get this off. I would have thought possibly, unless it slides in this direction like it did on the other side. We'll have a little close look. Let's get this bolt out first. This is why I don't like newer cars, because they tend to use plastic clips for stuff. You take apart, I remember taking apart an old Mercedes E320 convertible I had on a 94 plate, back in the day when they made the Mercedes properly, and everything just came apart so lovely, and they didn't use plastic clips, everything was screwed together, it all came apart really nicely. Modern stuff is so easy to break stuff on it. Anyway, speaking of which, let's take our time and try and get this off. Gently using the screwdriver just to slowly prise up the edge of it all the way around, but just feeling for any tension in any spots before I go too far. If you feel any tension, stop and then have another look, because you can feel there's something about here stopping it. So take a stop, have a little look, see what's. So was that hole there that was sticking, that one didn't want to come away, so I got in there with my trim tool like that, clipped it out. So again, this side spring looks good, don't see any damage in anything here at all. Here's a mystery, guys, and I have read online about a few other people with the Kias getting similar sort of noises out of the seats and never really resolving what the problem was. So I think tighten everything up, lubricate everything, put it back together again, and then see if there's any improvement. If we get no improvement, then I guess our only option is to swap the seat out. Comment down below, what do you think in these circumstances? It's a difficult one, because I know the noise is there, I know she's not lying, but it is a used car, isn't it, after all? Certainly if it was a safety issue, I think I would have some concerns about having driven it. The seat's not moving about, and as we can see as we're going through everything here, there doesn't seem any loose movement in any of the mechanisms, so I don't think we've got a safety issue going on, which obviously would definitely merit a change of seat. So I'm just going round with all the nuts and I'm just going around with all nuts and bolts and just checking everything's tight as I go around, and then putting a bit of grease on some stuff, or quite a lot of grease on stuff. I haven't found any bolts that are loose so far. I've been able to get a tiny turn on some of them, which I guess could be the difference. If it's weight transfer at traffic lights, it could take quite a lot of weight transfer to make the difference, but I've not found anything so far. She said the noise is coming from around here. The only thing obviously I haven't got access to, I guess, is this bar that runs all the way through the middle here. But I can't imagine there's anything in there that's going to creak. I'll just continue to go around and no doubt scuff my knuckles, getting into all these little ones like this down here, just making sure there's nothing loose there. Right, well, let's get it back together and see if it makes any difference. So what this is this little video I've just sent over to the customer, just to show them that I have had the seat out while I've got it out, prove to them that I've taken it out, I've had a proper good look at it, and I am doing my best to try and resolve the problem, because people will work incredibly well with you if they know you're trying. Even if you can't resolve problems, they'll give you a lot of time and patience and still positive feedback if they know you're genuinely trying to make an effort. And it may well be I can't resolve this situation, but at least the customer knows I'm making a proper effort and I'm not just trying to fob them off. There we have it all back in again. Didn't take too long to put back together actually. Went to put it together quite nicely. So everything's tightened, everything's lubricated. Tidy the tools away. I'll give it a wash for her before she comes to pick it up. And we'll see how she gets on with it and I'll report back. So, as always guys, thanks for watching. Comment below, I'd be interested in your thoughts on this warranty claim in general. Do you think it's a valid warranty claim? Do you think it's something I should be doing and trying to resolve? Yeah, how might you have dealt with it differently? Have you come across this before? So yeah, all your comments appreciated. I do read them all and try and get back to you on all of them. So many thanks as always. Catch you again soon guys.